NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
The 60 Minutes interview was a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story in case you missed their 2-hour sit-down with Oprah or their 6-part Netflix documentary.
The Queen summoned everyone to a private meeting at her royal country house, and everyone attended except Meghan Markle, who conference called in. And I'll be honest, I don't blame Meghan for not going, because nothing good happens when white people invite you to the countryside. We've all seen Get Out. We know how this shit ends.
Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing.
Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's life is hard.
Yeah,
you were
that's
the
right.
prince of
That's
a
true.
goddamn country who dressed up as a Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope?
That's the part. That's the part we're editing out of this interview. Boy, right there. All right.
Very
unlike
similar
what?
to this experience.
Unlike, yes. Unlike what? Unlike what?
That's right, you carry on. You're doing great, you're doing great.
No, you're doing great.
Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
There's another bag.
And that confuses people.
What I do have is a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills like, just give me a sec.
Writing stuff on bananas?
I swear to God, Harry, ruin my take again and I will end you!
They're so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, that's not racist. Because even black people want to know.
She wants to be famous. She found the guy to make her the most famous in the world, and now she's over there and she's like, oh, this isn't what I thought
What's
it
the
was.
point of being famous in a castle every day? You're
Harry, get your limey ginger ass down here and clear this up!
Damn!
Meghan Markle's done backwards exactly my life. So, like, I was a waitress who hooked up with a creep from a trash family, and I left Canada because I wasn't getting enough attention.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
Now for the tricky part. Place in microwave. What is microwave? I don't think we have any of that. Harry, do we have any microwave?
It's a microwave, silly.
Don't talk to me like that, you bitch! I'm a fucking duchess!
I don't think anyone in the world knows that Meghan Markle has eaten Jack in the Box and
It's
loves
so funny, too, that you keep saying Meghan Markle. You know I'm Sussex now.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Meghan Markle recently won a title she never desired, most despised public figure of 2025. You heard correctly. In record time, Meghan Markle went from being a struggling actress to a princess, and in the process, she infuriated a large portion of the entertainment industry. Every comedian, late-night host, and satirist made Meghan Markle their go-to joke. She earned every single roast, according to many. Thus, we're dissecting each famous person who contributed to Meghan Markle's title today. She really deserves it, according to many. The comedian was the first to express what everyone was thinking, but no one had the courage to say aloud. Chris Rock did more than just make fun of Meghan Markle. In a matter of minutes, he destroyed her whole victim narrative.
They're so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, that's not racist. Because even black people want to know. Going on, Oprah, I didn't know. I had no idea how racist they were. It's the royal family. You didn't Google these motherfuckers?
After marrying into a monarchy that had been in place for generations, she pretended to be startled when issues arose. Chris Rock didn't believe it. From the beginning, they were an issue. Being surprised is like to becoming a member of the mafia and then being enraged over criminal activity. This is when it becomes cruel, though. Before Chris Rock intervened and thoroughly dismantled the narrative, the entire accusation of inquiring about the baby's appearance was presented as racist. A victim story was twisted out of ordinary interest. Chris Rock described it precisely as such drama that was manufactured. The floodgates opened and everyone followed when he spoke it aloud.
They're the original racists. They invented colonialism. They're the OGs of racism. They're the Sugar Hill Gang of racism. The f she talking about? I didn't know. That's like marrying into the Budweiser family and going, they drink a lot.
following one is a classic. Everybody has seen it 1,000 times. But give credit to Colin Jost. When few others did, he was among the first to point out Meghan Markle's foolishness. Not even America wants them, let's face it. It's obvious that Britain doesn't want them back either. Nowhere else to land as a result of being trapped in limbo. For Meghan Markle, Prince Harry sacrificed everything for someone very few people ever knew. Harry was not elevated by the marriage. It eliminated any remaining relevance for him. You're no longer royalty when Saturday Night Live makes fun of your life. You're a cultural punching bag. The worst part was that they still hadn't finished.
President Trump also announced a new trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two. Elon built electric cars, he's going to Mars. Why isn't he even involving himself with Twitter? It would be like if the Prince of England gave it all up just to marry an actor from Suits. NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
Her whole acting career stemmed from a single show that almost anyone saw. That's all. People are expected to respect that background as legendary. Jokes never stop because of this. When Joe Coy hosted the Golden Globe Awards and went straight after them, things just got worse. In one cruel sentence, Joe Coy summed them up. Without the intriguing plots, it's just another wealthy, dysfunctional family. Hosts of award shows typically take precautions. Everyone saw that Joe Coy obviously didn't. The Netflix agreement turned into the biggest joke. Millions of dollars are spent on stuff that no one can understand, much less want to watch. However, the American hosts weren't finished yet.
Turns out Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will still get paid millions of dollars for doing absolutely nothing.
Jimmy Kimmel was the next to step in and quickly dismantled their main talking point. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle desired to leave. Critics claimed that they made the weakest justification possible by fleeing to America and attributing everything to racism. Jimmy Kimmel wasn't done, and the reasoning never made sense. Then, on primetime television, he made fun of Prince Harry's memoir Spare. Bear, Prince Harry's memoir, was criticized for being nothing more than whining. Hundreds of pages of complaints from a privileged position while making money off of family dysfunction became the joke that many thought it deserved thanks to Jimmy Kimmel.
The story of Prince Harold and his frozen yogurt slinger is so popular, they're now releasing a version for kids. I don't know if you know about this. It's a twist on The Princess and the Pea. It's called The Prince and the Penis.
Jimmy Fallon then immediately attacked Meghan Markle's alleged lifestyle stuff. For all the wrong reasons, the pretzel bag incident became famous. Meghan Markle is directly linked to the outrageous actions of a wealthy person. They were unable to stop talking. One interview was insufficient. Not with Oprah Winfrey either. Additionally, the Netflix documentary was insufficient. In 60 minutes, desperation was evident, and Stephen Colbert soon followed, referring to one another as H and M, like a phony power brand. Nicknames felt forced, desperate to seem relatable while being the exact opposite.
The 60 Minutes interview was a great chance to hear Harry and Meghan's story in case you missed their 2-hour sit-down with Oprah or their 6-part Netflix documentary.
Why does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
It's another bag.
And that confuses people.
This, we're just gonna put into a different bag.
The best way to have a snack is to take the snack out of one bag and then move them into another bag and then label this new bag, even though this bag already has a label on it.
Meghan Markle has finally revealed why she and Prince Harry call each other M and H. What could it be? A mystery for the ages.
Trevor Noah, however, chose a different route. In reality, he turned his back on the royal family and stood up for Meghan Markle. He publicly criticized the royal family's long-standing issues by making jokes about them. Meghan Markle was not yet the target of Trevor Noah's pursuit. He was still giving her the benefit of the doubt at that time. Then everything quickly changed. Meghan Markle was approached by Disney executives for voiceover roles after witnessing Prince Harry work the room at premieres. Trevor Noah saw the true nature of the situation. In the past, royal weddings formed empires by forming alliances, exchanging territory, and transferring authority between continents. The purpose of marrying into royalty used to be that. It is now pleading with Bob Iger to do a voiceover for Lion King.
And I know some people are disappointed by the name Archie, but there's one person who's super excited, the Queen. Yeah, because you know for the last 9 months, she's been like, please don't be Jamal, please don't be Jamal. Prince Harry really did that? At a movie premiere last year, he asked the CEO of Disney to hook his wife up with voiceovers.
Trevor recognized the hustling for what it was. He switched from being a defender to a full-fledged critic. Trevor Noah, the American host, made sure everyone saw the full transition from empire building to blatant begging. But the British comics wanted blood. Jimmy Carr was the first to point out the paradox that was impossible to ignore. Feminism was the foundation of Meghan Markle's brand. She abandoned as soon as a prince expressed interest. The paradox was self-written. Prince Harry's wishes do not make the past disappear. He will always be accompanied by that attire. Taxpayers funded Meghan Markle's lifestyle. Many British taxpayers were incensed as she bemoaned how difficult life was.
And now it's like, my wife actually does a pretty good Timon. You should hear her. Come on, baby, do the thing. Hakuna Matata, do the thing.
But I've never run anything I've done in my life past my nana.
Simon Brodkin, however, gave them a chance and watched the full Netflix documentary. That documentary was a complete failure. People weren't impressed. Neutral viewers became outspoken critics as a result. It began with genuine grievances before ruining everything with forced, embarrassing acts that no one requested. Harry uses such exaggerated language that even the worst royals seem sympathetic in contrast. That is an accomplishment. Royal regulations are not difficult to understand. Perhaps learn some fundamental manners before the wedding if you're dating the grandson of the Queen. Producing content that is so intolerable that individuals begin to support critics due to security concerns. That's a unique talent. Kelly Osbourne was also not going to keep quiet about it. In a matter of seconds, Kelly Osbourne dismantled the Victim Act and reminded everyone that everyone has issues. It's hardly relatable to complain about your issues from a mansion. It's intolerable. PR spin does not make past deeds disappear. The public never forgets that the pictures still exist. Comedians in Britain took it personally. Jokes ceased to be the response. It was only rage. Playing the victim the entire time, they attacked the establishment, retained the titles, and then fled. However, some comedians, beginning with Bill Maher, went beyond jokes and began addressing the actual problem. Compose a book about detesting attention, then travel the world to market it. It was an absurd paradox. The Queen was aware of what Meghan Markle and Prince Harry never did. Silence, not constant complaint, is the source of true dignity.
Like, my life was so hard. Everybody's life is hard.
Yeah,
you were
true.
the prince of a goddamn country who dressed up as a Nazi, and now you're trying to come back as the Pope?
I watched the Harry and Meghan Netflix documentary. Now, I'll be honest with you, before I watched it, I was not a fan of theirs. But now I've actually heard their side of the story, I fucking hate them.
They want it both ways. You know, you can't be, these people were so mean to us and poor us, and we don't want all this attention, and then let me write a book about how much we don't want attention.
And they start calling each other H&M, and I just thought, oh, do fuck off.
Nikki Glaser, on the other hand, read Meghan Markle like a book. She discovered Prince Harry, the one man who could make her more well-known than any acting part could. The mission has been completed. Many claim that Meghan Markle would be competing for screen time on reality TV in the absence of Prince Harry. Best career move was getting married. Conan O'Brien even joined in, making their wax figures an enduring joke. It hurt harder since Conan O'Brien managed to make fun of them without even using the actual folks. Everything was put up perfectly. It's absurd enough to make you laugh, but it's also real enough to hurt. Even wax figures became jokes because of how ridiculous their public image became.
She wants to be famous. She found the guy to make her the most famous in the world, and now she's over there and she's like, oh, this isn't what I thought
What's
it
the
was.
point of being famous in a castle every day? You're doing
Yes.
Oliver, you have generously offered to keep the wax figures of Harry and Meghan safe while the royal family drama gets worked out.
Yeah, that's correct. And if I may, I would just like to say that I'm definitely not using the wax figures for sex stuff.
And Oliver even jumped in after that. Just think of how intolerable you must be to be ridiculed by someone as composed and impartial as John Oliver. You're incapable of real change. As a cautious person like John Oliver, that's not a roast. It's a decision. It feels like validation of what everyone already knew when even a generally impartial comedian like John Oliver says it out. Comedians continued to ridicule them for their foolishness. Even those in their own social groups began to retreat. When the comedians were insufficient, Meghan Markle became a full-fledged living meme thanks to the internet. There was content in the water, according to powerful influencers. Her entire Netflix series was instantly turned into parody material when large crowds got in and started making fun of it.
Can you believe what Meghan did, huh? Can you believe it? Dragging this family's name into disrepute, shaming us.
So I'm preparing my guests some soul food that my British husband calls a packet of crisps. Can be a tricky dish to master, especially when a packet is being Oh my god, you've been knocked down by the crisps. So vulnerable. I love it.
And then I love to sprinkle flowers on everything. My tart, my latte, my child.
Someone in a position of authority obviously didn't want that moment to remain online when the mask dropped in real time. Claiming they want seclusion, they live next to Oprah Winfrey, near celebrities, but away from photographers till they require attention once more. There is no denying the hypocrisy. Every scenario depicted Meghan Markle building her brand while controlling Prince Harry. It was more devastating than any direct assault to witness that power disparity revealed through puppets. Spitting image are ruthless sadists, and it was heartbreaking to see them silenced. Although there is no proof, many believe Meghan Markle was involved. With South Park, they attempted the same strategy, but it was unsuccessful, too large to scare. Instead, they pursued the spitting image. Pressure was easier, and all of a sudden, nothing was there. People's desire for the clips increased when attempts were made to remove them, and those were some of my favorite live TV moments when celebs attacked Meghan Markle. This is the actual question. Can Harry and Meghan ever recover from all of their mistakes, mockery, and self-inflicted injuries? Or will the punchlines always define them? Please share your thoughts in the comments section.